Greetings, everybody. It's RPG Grandma. Peace. So, my thoughts today were a bit about being grateful for things, which I am. A lot of things. So many things. But also how that affects you when you role play. Be like, what? What's this hippie nonsense? Well, sometimes you need a little dash of hippie pixie dust, and that's where we're going. So, being grateful, being able to list one thing off you're grateful that happened in the day, being able to acknowledge a blessing, something that you just feel blessed. There's good things happening for you. But doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be a little thing. Or it can be a consistent thing that you're really glad about. Not just a surprise, right? Being able to be thankful. Being able to look at another person and express that to them. Or just openly just say to yourself, wow, the sunrise was gorgeous today. I am blessed. I got to see it. I took the moment to see it. Being able to be in awe of the beauty around you. Those are all like things that it's important to do throughout your day, because things won't go right. Things go wrong all the time for me. But in the great scheme of things, most of the time those things are minor. So because I spend more of my time focused on everything that's gone right, everything that's good, I'm not overly blowing out of proportion the minor problems of the day. When you over focus on things that are minor problems, or even things that are out of your control that may be unpleasant, but you know they're out of your control. Come on, you know when things are and when things aren't. And as scary as the not having control of stuff is, it's a reality, okay? When you hyper focus on that stuff, you get angry, you get frustrated, you get depressed, you get hurt emotionally, and you can't help it. Anxiety, all that stuff starts happening, and you start transmitting that to everybody around you. Like you may as well be like a radio tower, sending vibes off to everybody, radio waves off to them of nothing but negative stuff, the negative energy, but it's true. I mean, your body language, everything, all the time, right? And then you tend to act on it. People sometimes go from the silent, and then the next thing you know, they're doing hand motions that we shouldn't be doing, so I'm not going to demonstrate. Or they're yelling and screaming stuff. They're having, somebody comes by quite innocently and says something that's quite innocent, but because you're in a negative headspace psychologically, because you've put yourself there, you're going to filter it through the negativity filter, and then that just adds to your frustration, anger, depression, etc., and you have a knee-jerk reaction and you lash out. What does that have to do with role-playing games? People do it on video games all the time, right? They think it's a safe space to just be trash to other humans. Just horrible. It's not a safe space, but they think it is. So, what does it have to do with role-playing game? Because you'll bring it to the table. Either as a GM or a player, you will bring that to a table. This is a group function. When you bring that negativity to the table, you aren't happy that there's people to play with. Oh, you tell yourself you are, but you're not. You're not grateful they all came tonight to play the game with you, whatever game it is you're playing. whether you're another player or the DM or the game master, whatever you want to call yourself, and vice versa. And all they feel is yeah, Tim is always pissed off. It's no fun playing with Tim. I mean, really, seriously, if it's not fun, people stop playing. There has to be some level of fun on some level for people, whatever that, however they define what's fun for them. But it's never fun to go play a game with somebody who's nasty all the time. So that's why I'm talking about gratitude. Be grateful to other people around you, because your manners slip, all this stuff starts slipping because we're all perspective-wise, we only have our perspectives. So in that sense, we're all self-centered. We can't help it. It doesn't mean that we're self-absorbed, though. Those are different things. So, but when you become self-centered and self-absorbed to the point that you're just like, then, when you see somebody else get a little more experience points than you, DM must like them better. Or somebody got a magic something or other, DM must like them better. It's just, your turn to shine hasn't happened yet in the story that you're co-creating with the DM. But if you sit there and you throw the dice across the table and pencils and stuff, nobody's going to want to play with you. And if you're the DM, I just don't like the players. Like that one guy's note I found in one of my used books I picked up. It had nothing good to say about anybody who was playing at his table. And I said, what kind of game would that be like to be in as a player? Horrible. Because there's no way the DM, no matter how good of a liar he is, no matter how good of hiding he thinks he is, his emotions, there's no way he isn't putting off some vibes to the group that he was DMing, that wasn't happy. It's just reading his notes sounded like it was a chore to play with these people, right? So it does affect your role-playing game. I'm not lecturing you all. I'm just telling you your psychology that you bring to the table affects the game. But only you can be responsible for your mental health, your moods, the way that you choose to filter reality, and then emotionally respond to that. Only you. So I'm saying, by the power of Greyhawk, right? Or what is it? Whatever. Not Greyhawk. What did He-Man used to say? By the power of Grayskull. There it is. I have the power. You have the power, and only you, to determine how you're going to deal with other people. But the first step of that is figuring out how you're going to deal with yourself in situations. And part of that is looking at the world around you and going, yeah, I had this hassle today, but, that was one thing. And I'm basically okay. And basically everything's going to be okay. And all these other things could have been way worse. And all these other things went right. And, I got a game tonight. You know what? It's going to be awesome. And you're happy and you greet everybody when you see them. And it's high five time. And it's time to roll those dice and tell those stories by playing your character as best you can. And letting that part of you out. So that's what I'm getting at, is it's good for your soul, it's good for your mind, and it's good for the game. So I just wanted you guys to think about that. So, I don't know. Thank the people who play with you, regardless of where you fit in the scheme of the play group. And have some good, fun games. Peace. Like, subscribe, comment, and everybody have a good night. Bye.